Let's see. Another Instagram story. Instagram shares new tips on how to use Instagram Reels for marketing. Okay, this is interesting. Well, let's see. Reels is the future of storytelling on Instagram. It already makes up 20% of the time spent on the platform. This is not by choice, by the way. So if you see, or if you look at how we are conditioned to look for the God button or the end all be all button, which is the middle, right? Like this is how iPhones first started out. You have one button that controls everything, or that gives you the best satisfaction or the most dopamine. It makes you, it like resets everything, right? Well, it used to be that when they first wanted you to post, like when Instagram first came out, there was this idea that you would click the button to post stuff, right? Like you require the least amount of resistance to introduce a new post to the platform. Well, now where your thumb goes in that same position, they have placed the Reels icon. Additionally, they are now populating your traditional feed or your home feed with Reels, meaning that they have now captured essentially 20% of the attention towards Reels of the total time spent on the gram. And yes, I believe that this is going to be the way of telling stories. This is going to be the best way to communicate authenticity, to communicate trust, is going to be in video format. I don't necessarily believe that the quality of the production of these videos is going to really matter. I do think that we may get to a point where that level of production may come into the space and it may get a little bit competitive. However, it's interesting because the creative marketplace for something like this, it's huge due to the fact that in the past, in order for you to get any kind of, I guess you could say, return on investment for using these applications, you had to have a lot of attention. But that attention was contingent on the image that you portrayed on social media, and the barrier to entry to do that was significantly high. Now there's the opportunity for creatives and creativity to drive the attention or to capture the attention of the viewers. And when it comes to videos, because cell phones are now so powerful and we can make a lot of, the creativity can now be expressed in a number of different ways. While maybe in the past it was because you needed a still finished product, now you, with your storytelling and your ability to storytell and the visual stories that you're telling while you're making these videos, that gives you the upper hand, and that significantly lowers the barrier of entry to get this success when it comes to leveraging your creativity. So that's pretty cool. That's why I think Reels in general, not necessarily just Reels, but just the ability to capture moments in real time and compile them into an attractive or appealing video that also communicates something. I think that's important. And that's really the key driver of Reels and the reason why they're successful. Also, the mind just takes the path of least resistance when it comes to just the flow of dopamine, and videos are just the most stimulating versus only still photos or only audio photos. So videos typically could produce a higher level of emotion. So let's see. What else is going on here? Oh, yeah. So here, basically, Instagram has included within each element, provided more context to what I want to use. For example, effects in your clips. Design with Reels in mind. Take advantage of the full mobile screen and immerse your video to tell your brand story. Keep in mind that save zones as they can impact your click-through rate. Okay, so basically here they're telling you use the whole fucking screen. Don't use or limit your usage of a video other than the full screen, the 9:16. It says to also keep in mind of some of the areas that are off limits or they're going to be blocked by the advertisements or just the app utility. That's pretty cool that they give you kind of a little grid on here. If you want to check this out, socialmediatoday.com, that's the website. That's where I'm looking at right now. Or if you're looking at the video, you can look at this as well. It says here, design sound, drizzle with visual effects, inspire an emotional response. Okay, this is interesting. There's this platform or this app called Real Trends where basically it's this AI that calculates the rate in which sounds become somewhat addicting. So that I can definitely see that being helpful, like maybe designing or putting together a video that goes in line or accompanied by a specific sound based on maybe this AI. It says here to use visual effects. This means I imagine, let's see, adding effects is a great way to inject titles, fun on your reels, and enhance the story. About 40% of the reels use effects. Try effects like green screen to help your layer first-person video commentary onto content. Inspire an emotional response. Okay, so in my opinion, where it says here, dazzle with visual effects, this is because they want you to engage and participate and engage in the central nervous system or the attention-driven process, right? Meaning that if you're destined to follow something, like you're hardwired to do that, and when you're watching something and something comes up, it moves real fast, you're more than likely going to follow it along with your eyes, which is going to increase the amount of time that you're spending looking at that reel. So that's why. And I think this is why captions are becoming so popular and, in my opinion, extremely crucial, because even though the sound could be on and there's no true need for the captions to be generated, but still it's easy to the eye and it's appealing and easy to follow along. Let's see, there's a section working with creators. Okay, so this is how they want to work with creators. Take the time to find the right match for your brand. Check through every detail on the final deliveries. Discuss how the final deliveries will be used and when, where, and they will be posted. Share feedback during the creative process. Move forwards with the collaborations once you've content in place. Use sensors to measure the success. Okay, so basically this is solidifying this thought that I had and this theory that I was having in terms of just remember what I said, the barrier of entry for content was significantly high. So Instagram basically wants pretty content only. That's what they're saying over here. Like, they don't want the mass production of videos like TikTok has. However, this is going to be, if this is what they want to promote, then they're going to literally cater to a specific audience, and it's an audience that is not going to want to fuck with them. I just have this feeling. Because this feeling of perfection and inadequacy they're promoting, I don't know how good or how sustainable this model is for the average user. For example, if this fucking platform is going to tell me that my videos are not good enough, like, the fuck? I'm going to go somewhere else. So I'm just saying. That's my opinion. So, all right, moving on.